So if you are curious and you're like, well, do I go to school for this, or do I just start, or what do I do? Y'all, welcome to Created to Create. Today I will be talking about the difference between freelance and a degree in graphic design and my journey with that as a whole. In life, it's all about taking risk, and it's all about like doing what you love to do and doing what you're called to do. However, I will share my journey and a little bit about where I went with graphic design. In the beginning, the first 8 years, I started off just making flyers. Posting my wall changed my life. Over time, I started creating flyers, and those flyers got better and better, and people started using my flyers to the point where later on in life, I got on Facebook, and to this day, like, I will find my flyer somewhere and people don't even know I made that. I was making a good bit of money with that. I did have some people reach out to me, like churches wanted websites, and books and newspapers. There was so many different things I started to do and dip in, but what I learned is to narrow those services down. You have to focus down your services to like what you really enjoy doing. I was doing illustrations that people wanted me to do, and they wanted them to look a certain way, but I had a certain style of art that I wanted to do, so that kind of like discouraged me from art a little bit. So you have to kind of like find your zone, you know what I'm saying? You try things, you adjust, and you move on. In the freelancing journey, there's a lot of different ways you could go about freelancing and a lot of different services that you could provide, and people do want to see examples. So in the beginning, I was doing like very low services as far as like pricing goes. I was worth more than that, and I had to learn my worth. I had to learn a lot of things on my own through trial and error. Even though my business was very successful during the pandemic, I wouldn't change it for the world the way that I went about doing it. However, at this time in my life, I felt led to get a degree in this, and I have several reasons why I want to. Number one, I needed to get back on track. Graphic design, my passion for it, being inspired, wanting to create things, wanting to learn things. And yes, you can go on YouTube and you can find all this stuff and learn how to use Adobe, learn how to use Illustrator, Photoshop, and all these other apps and things that you need as a designer. But I wanted a path to go on, a structured path, because I knew being in a structured path that it would inspire me to get it together, like get my whole life as a structure. So I started school. I go to LA School of Film online, and I love this school so far. So with that said, I chose to get a degree in graphic design because I felt like I needed it personally, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I love that I'm in school right now. I'm learning a lot of things. I'm very grateful for the things I'm learning. I love the structure of it. I love the teachers, the instructors, the students. I love everything about it right now, and I'm enjoying it. So I said that to say it's really up to you. I also do know that there is some jobs that you cannot get without a degree. It also makes you look it makes you look more serious about your career because you invested in it. And it also just gives you that structure. If you're looking for structure in the learning process of being a graphic designer, I would definitely honestly go for it. As well as you have instructors, you can ask questions, you get criticism, you're able to, interact with somebody who already understands the field or the topic being learned, if that makes sense. So it just depends on which way you want to go with it. As a whole, I would just say it's really up to you. Really, honestly, if it wasn't for God like leading me, I don't know if I would have made the proper decision. He's who directs my path and who is a light to my feet. And I'm grateful for God. I'm grateful for the journey he's brought me through, the struggles, the things that I've experienced. I wouldn't change for the world because it made me who I am today. It's really about purpose. And I love graphic design so much to the point where school doesn't feel like school. It's a joy for me. Should you go to school or be a freelancer? You tell me. What do you want to do? To share my journey more about school, where that takes me, how that's going, giving y'all updates on like the schooling process as a graphic designer, getting a degree in graphic design, and what that looks like. I do plan to post videos about that more, so stay tuned for that as well. It's on the way. And thank y'all again for watching Created to Create. I am Z. I cannot wait to hear from you guys more. Please subscribe and hit that bell notification. Thank you so much. And if you are currently in graphic design school, drop your opinion about it below. Or if you're a freelancer, drop your opinion about it below. I would love to hear more about people in the art community who have done both and their opinion on it. It would be great to learn more. Thank y'all so much. Have a good one.